apparently there aren't as many Quebec-born and raised players in the NHL as there used to be. Guy Lafleur ain't walking through that door. Stéphane Richer ain't walking through that door. Okay, cool. So the Premier of Quebec, Francois Legault, says he has a strategy to boost the number of Quebec-born and raised players in the NHL. But like the story doesn't really lay out that strategy. It just says that it exists because they want more than the current 30 to 50 player bandwidth that's there right now. My question to you, Dave Zirin, is are you in or out on the Premier of Quebec finding a way to get more Quebec-born players to the NHL?
Well, I'm tempted to cede this one to Meghan first because, you know, Canadian politics, I don't know if I want to touch that real 30-foot pole. But I'm going to sound like a politician right now. Any effort to get more people involved in the beautiful game of hockey has to be seen as a good thing, as long as they devote the resources to making sure that all young people have an opportunity to play this beautiful game. I'm Dave Zirin, and I approve this message.
all that's missing is like this Canadian flag, and then alongside a Quebec flag, like unfurling behind you. Like remember when Sideshow Bob was singing the score to the HMS Pinafore? When Bart was trying to buy time to keep from getting killed, and he remains an Englishman, and then the flag came down. That's the only thing that was missing. Meghan McPeak, you in or out on this plan? We appear to have broken Meghan. It's okay. Get yourself together.
Stick to politics. But also too, what I found very interesting is part of this plan was to have their own national team to go to the World Juniors. When did Quebec take themselves out of being Canadian?
That's a question that has confounded Canadian historians since before Confederation.
How do you have your own national team as a province?
Well, the answer starts at the Plains of Abraham anyway, go ahead.
But I mean, that's to my point of stick to politics.
Here's the thing.
And I'm Meghan McPeak, and I approve this message.
Nice.
Well, listen, I'm all the way in as long as the platform consists of three pretty simple words. Make hockey cheaper. As long as it costs, as long as people like literally have to go borrow money for their kids to play hockey, you're going to have a really small talent pool. And the smaller your talent pool is, the less talent you're going to get out on the other end. So if the political figures in Quebec want to increase elite output on one end, they have to increase grassroots participation at the fat end of the pipe, which means somebody somewhere has to find a way to make this thing affordable. And if you're not going to do that, don't talk to me about increasing output, because it does not matter. If you can't, like, if talented people, look at all these people playing soccer. I don't know how many of them come from Quebec, but Canada has this great men's soccer team because, as Meghan keeps pointing out, it's a lot easier to get started in soccer than it is to get started in hockey. And these are, for the most part, regular sized people. They're not, you don't have to be 6'9" to play hockey. You don't have to be 300 pounds, whatever it is, right? You can be like a normal sized person and play hockey. But if the first year you want to play hockey, your parents sit you down and say, look, we can play hockey or you can eat, but it can't be both. Well,
parents shouldn't have to take out second and third mortgages for 3 boys to play hockey.
No, and like a former colleague of mine at the Star, Ken Campbell, he wrote a book about this very topic. And his research, like I remember talking about, he's like, you would be surprised like what proportion of hockey parents are actually borrowing money for their kids to play. And when you think about the proportion,
people think sneakers are expensive. A pair of hockey skates can run up like $200-300. A hockey stick can be like over $150.
Listen, I've seen the $300 hockey stick, and this was like 7 years ago, so it's probably more expensive now. And the thing is, the more you pay for a hockey stick, the lighter it is, but also the more likely that stick is to break. So if you're buying one $300 hockey stick, you might as well buy 2 or 3, because before the season's done, one of them's gonna break.